Okay, pretty good starting hand. I love Shaper's Sanctuary against removal type decks. And the Crucius is bound to have a lot of kill spells, so protecting our guys, well, not protecting, but giving our guys some replacement is going to be good. Right, looks like they're going to be pretty aggressive. Do we go for Nissa's Triumph or the Explore? If we go for the Triumph, we guarantee more lands for later. Okay, let's just do that here. Because next time we can go for Azusa and 2 lands anyway. And if we had the Nissa out, we could have got 3 for us. But okay, let's see how we get on here. So we will have priority to play some lands. And we could even explore. So this is ridiculous. We've got so much mana. 6 mana already. Feel pretty safe. I mean, if we can get the Nissa out and protect her as well. Although now they have the Crucius, I don't feel too confident. Although the Arena did nerf him. They made him toughness 1. So we can now kind of block him a bit more securely. Which is a nice feeling, but he still is OP. Provisioner. Right, go for this. So they could have a fatal push. That could be what that treasure is waiting to do. Let's swing in here. And then we'll play the Provisioner afterwards. Wow, they're legit just going to trade the Crucius. Wow, okay. So they can still play him, I suppose? Oh, damn. They got rid of the Nissa. Okay, that's a shame. So that really does slow us down quite a bit. Making a sack of Planeswalker for 3. That's pretty damn good. Nykthos. Oh, damn. Slight misplay there. Should have gone for the Provisioner and then the Nykthos. Unfortunately. Yeah, we missed out on a land. Okay, we get to draw a card. Tribute to the World Tree. Now, that's actually really nice with the Nykthos, but we can't actually play it here. So, oh my goodness, we're getting punished. Punished for our misplay. 1 ring. Ooh. This is getting really tough all of a sudden. Okay. Intervention. Right, let's get ourselves some land 5, 6. So we're going to get 4. So I'm feeling pretty confident about this. Right, we're going to get the Garenbrig. And we can also get the Shire as well. Why not? Some special lands here. Right, okay, we're looking pretty good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But yeah, with the Nykthos, this now taps for 3, 4, 5. Orcish Bowmasters. Interesting. That 1 ring is really gonna help them here. But they only have like tiny guys, right? Sure, Lily. So are they gonna make us? They'll make us discard. Interesting. Okay, we'll get rid of that then. And this Phoenix comes out. It's been dying to come out. Down to 17. Right, okay. So let's use the Nykthos. And we have enough for Emrakul and the Scoot Swarm. Let's see if we can cause some havoc here. Oh, fantastic. And I do enjoy that the Scoot Swarm now gives us some fodder for the Liliana. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that feels pretty good. We were getting our asses handed to us a bit there, but yeah, resolving the Emrakul that early is pretty tough to beat, I have to say. Okay, starting hand is not fantastic. Gonna mulligan this. Okay, so we've got the Nissa for turn 4, potentially. Getting a couple of basics is actually really good here with the Nissa's Triumph, just because we've got such high mana cost cards here. Elysian Caryatid, so they're just going to continue ramping. If we do go for the Triumph, we're going to have to discard, so I think we just go for Explore first. Yeah, so now we can go Azusa into these two, and then we can Nissa's Triumph as well, getting 2 more forests, which means the Nissa is getting us well on the way to going for the Emrakul, which is such a crazy, this is such a crazy deck. So they're going to ramp hard. I guess we're just going to have to try and ramp as well. If they go for a land into a fetch 2, okay, so they don't have any of the 4 mana ramp 2s, thank goodness. Because that would mean next turn they'll have the Atali. Force Cultivator. But they're still going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 turns off, I think. Okay, are we going to be able to survive? And let's get some more forests here. Damn, that's pretty good. That's pretty crazy. Azusa, +2 lands. So we somehow draw another land next turn. Oh, they're ramping as well, and they have a land on top, so we're going to face the Italian the next turn. We're going to have to get ready for some absolute craziness. Mind Stone. And they've got a Rex Sage, so we don't really want to play any artifacts or enchantments. Okay. Tyler's Tracker. Does this help? The counters probably doesn't really help, does it? However, the Nissa does. And we attack in. And then we can also go for the Kura. So they're going to be in for an interesting thing here next turn. So we're going to have 8, 9, 10, 12 mana. So we can actually legit go for Emrakul. Ooh, gross, the Handwhip Battlements. The Kura having Death Touch is kind of nice, but I mean... So they do have the Chaos Warp on top, which is annoying, which means they're going to get to cast that on probably the Nissa? And they get the Topiary Stomper, okay. Man, so much more ramp. Okay, so we're in a bit of trouble now. But the Chaos Warp could get us something better. Okay, Augur of Autumn with an Ulamog on top. Damn, that's a shame. That would have been such a good hit with the double lands. 4, 5, 6, 7. Rhythm of the Wild came out a bit too slow there. Okay, land on top. I guess we could go for this. I'm not too happy about it. I'm going to leave back the Kura because it's got Death Touch. So if the Kura dies, we can get some more lands. We get 3 lands and we can play them 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we can go for the Ulamog. So if they attack, it's not too bad. I'm a bit scared though because this can now get Infect and kill us in 1 hit, depending on what they have. Chaos Warp was very lucky there, because Red-Green doesn't deal with Planeswalkers too well, and they don't realise how lucky they are, because we basically would have just, I think, probably just annihilated them, to be honest. But we still potentially can. Wow, this is a lot of mana. I wonder why they tapped individually. They could just... Pro tip, you can press QQ to do this. And the unwinding. Okay, that's something very, very specific. Okay, they got unwinded the entire tapping. Okay, if I didn't know any better, that feels like trolling, but who knows. Okay, so it's going to unwind. That felt really odd. So they're going to go for Nissa, then play the lands, because I've got the Oracle. They're basically the evil version of, well, the more evil version of our deck, I think. Invasion, more lands. I feel like that was a bit silly to not play that land, though. Because now they don't have a land on top, they can't play additionals. Jeez, and all their creatures have got haste as well. That is pretty disgusting, I have to say. And the Vivian Reed, so they can actually kill the, well, either of the dragons here. That is very annoying. That is ridiculously lucky, I have to say. Okay, that has got trample. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, let's just lose the Cura, get some lands, and then just let's have a think about what we want next. Three land cards. Okay. So Nykthos is definitely one of them. And Gathering Break. And I guess we can go for the Arch. So there's some pretty damn good cards there. So the question is, do we want to just screw up their turn, or do we want to go for the Ulamog first? That's interesting, isn't it? Maybe Ulamog, because then we can just make them do silly things, like attack into our creatures. We can make them play the Rex Sage on their own rhythm. End raise. That is too soon, sadly. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, let's go for the Emrakul here. So we can cause a bit of disruption. So the land on top. So we don't really want to activate the Vivian Reed, do we? And we don't want to give them the end raise for us. Although saying that, they are going to get another turn after this turn. Oh no, that's silly. But we don't have to attack with this. I guess we... Oh man, it's so weird playing upside down. You can give it haste and not have to attack. So destroy the rhythm. And then we can play the Atali. And we can decline, but yeah, sadly we lose the... we do lose the end raise, but it's okay. Target land becomes a 3/3. It doesn't untap it, though. So sadly, we can't kill one of those things. And yeah, I guess we can go to combat. So yeah, let's not activate Vivian Reed. So Tali is still going to be alive. That's annoying. 1. So I guess we'll kill the next biggest thing. Which makes a difference. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think that my sequencing there was kind of bad, actually. I could have probably done a lot more to just take them out. Like, I could have attacked him with the Atali to make it more expensive, but oh well. And yeah, we don't want to tick up here, because then they can use the -3 to kill the Emrakul. And we don't want to flip that. Yeah, I guess we pass to them. It's a bit risky. Gore Claw gives stuff trample on the attack.
Balance comes.
I think we did quite a bit of damage. But yeah, maybe we did the right thing, because if we killed the Atali, they would be able to recast it again, wouldn't they? And we don't want that to happen. Although saying that, they could just attack with Atali, let it die, and then cast them again anyway, right? Selvala. So luckily we got rid of the haste, which means they can't activate this. I'm panicking a bit, guys. I am panicking. Even with the Emrakul, we couldn't get to lose too much. Oof. Although they have the haste of the land, don't they? Damn it. Okay, so now they can tap for 7 to flip the Atali, I suppose. I don't know. We can give it infect. Damage to a player. So that doesn't put poison on creatures, so we can literally just tank this. What are they going to do? Interesting. Oh, that Nissa would have been so good on top. That would have been... Can we win here? How many forests do we have? I think it's cheaper to go for a Tireless Tracker, play a land. If we can get that Nissa, I think we might just be able to win. So how many pips do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So currently would be spending 1 to get... No, okay. So 3, 4, 5. I need to be careful here. Let's draw that Nissa. We don't have any... So we need... I think we just win, right? Because the Nissa... Oh my goodness. If we did that, how much mana? No, that's not the right move. So we're going to go for maximum Nissa here. And then I think we just go for the minus. That's 21 flying. Oh my goodness, that was scary. That Emrakul kind of won it for us, but even though we're the Ulamog. Yeah, there's a lot of different lines there. What would you guys have done? Would you have cast the Ulamog? Yeah, I think we got really lucky. The Nissa, basically. 21 flying. No reach. Does the job. If you are liking this video, why don't you leave me a like and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. If you would like to get custom videos, why not check out my donation tiers in the description box. You can join YouTube membership, you can join Ko-fi, or even Patreon. Just take a look, and it really helps the channel. So, on to the next video. Okay, Kaya's always a tough matchup. She can deal with so many things. But I don't mind this hand. This is pretty sweet. We've got Explore to ramp into the Nykthos, which is pretty good. They're also ramping hard. No, not that hard. Just let's go for the Explore. Wow, and we also have the Kami, so we can play another land as well. So what's that? Turn 2, we're at 4 mana. This is pretty damn good. So next turn, I mean, if we get a land, we can get for the Ashaya, but that's probably going to die to something. They're going to get rid of something here. It's a pretty good hand, though. They're all good cards. Finale of Devastation. That is the most expensive card in paper, so I kind of understand why they chose that. Okay, the Shire. Maybe we go for Corsair here first. Do they have a Reprieve in hand, I wonder? So Reprieve can return the spell to a hand and they draw a card. That would be kind of annoying. Okay, and there's a Tyrannax on top. So sadly we can't actually play the Tyrannax because it's 7 mana. But we'll see. I mean, it might be worthwhile going for the Azusa next turn if there's a land on top, but we can't guarantee that. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So they could board wipe. They're going to kill the Corsair. Okay, so they're pretty confident they have lots of... The Tyrannax has haste, though, so this could be a good way to kill the Kaya. Now, would they have a board wipe? 1, 2, 3. Right, let's just go for 3 lands. That should do us pretty good. So the following turn, we can play them all, basically. What are the good ones? I guess we can go for the Tapland, the Garenbrig, and I guess we'll just get a Beseiju just in case. Being able to search for the Beseiju is pretty awesome. So now they're going to need a board wipe to deal with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, really, because the Ward 4... Oh, they can't deal with the Tyrannosaurus Rex, can they? Yeah, so that would have been very difficult for them to deal with, based on the fact that Ward 4 means they would have had to have Kaya come down with an extra 4 mana in order to kill this. But it's got haste, so it would kill the Kaya, really, before they could react to it. But yeah, that was pretty lucky having haste. Haste is one of the best ways to deal with this Planeswalker, surely because of the hexproof. But to be honest, green struggles to deal with Planeswalkers anyway. So all of the strategies for green against Kaya would be to have combat. But yeah, we got pretty lucky there. Okay, so we've got a really slow hand here. And the Cityscape level is pretty bad against Corvold because it gives them targets to sack. But then we have opponent going first as well, which is bad. This seems okay. We can get to Vorinclex quickly. Oh, okay, now this changes things. This makes it pretty damn good. Because we can go for the Tribute the next turn. And then the Course of the next, which is just going to be good to have something with that high toughness value. I mean, we can even go for the Azusa. If we get another land, that could be good. Okay. Maybe... I don't know what to do now. Azusa into 2... I think Azusa into 2 lands. Got to be right. So we've got 5. Sadly, these aren't green pips, which means that we're going to struggle to go for the Tribute and the Corsair. But we'll see. We could go for a Corsair, which gets us more lands, but it'll have to be 2 more forests. I guess anything in the name of Vorinclex is going to be good. Cabareti Revels, sure. Thorn Mammoth. Damn, that is a shame. Come on, more lands. We don't want Arboreal Grazer, do we? And if they play a land here, they're going to get... Oh, the Cabareti Rebels is actually kind of crazy in this deck. Because when Corvold comes out, it comes out with an auto sack fodder. Oh, okay, we're going to struggle. We really are going to struggle now. They just got 4 creatures in a single turn. Okay, there is a land on top. So, I think we are in trouble. We might as well use the Demolition Field on one of these, I suppose. Get rid of one of their dual lands. We can reset the top card of our deck. Get an Arboreal Grazer, which does have reach, which is actually kind of valid because we can block the Corvold one time. And then Emrakul on top. That's really not helpful. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, I guess we're at the mercy of our opponent now. Corvold hits so hard, like, it just does everything, right? It's a flying kill, a flying killing commander. It draws cards, it gets bigger, and yeah, it's a Jund deck, and Jund traditionally is just very, very versatile. It has all the removal and the ramp. Maybe one of the best color combinations in the game. Oh, Spawn Dragon. Okay. Into a Tarmogoyf. This is very Jundy. Takes me back to the old days when I used to play Modern here. We can block this, but they can use the Blood Tithe Harvester to kill the Grazer by sacrificing a blood. But they would lose the Harvester, so... And they still have Corvold. Jeez, that is ludicrous. And a Woe Strider. Oh my goodness. They can draw their entire deck now. Because Whenever they sacrifice, they draw a card, put a counter. Woe Strider lets them just sack whatever they want. Evolving Wilds lets them do it as well. Yeah, we are in a lot of trouble here. You're in a lot of trouble. Land, although 2 lands, that is interesting. I guess we can go for the Vorinclex. I mean, if this survives somehow, we might be okay. But now whenever they tap mana, they don't untap it. So we shall see what happens here. We draw a card. And the Tyranix Rex on top. Right, so we have the Beat Sticks. We just have to somehow survive this Corvold now. And a Goldspan Dragon, of course. So it only locks down lands. So stuff like Llanowar Elves is fine. So they're looking for a kill spell because they know we have double mana and an Emrakul. So if we get the Emrakul out, we can just really disrupt everything they have. And they know we have it because the top card of our deck is revealed with the Corset Prefix. Wow, they're just sacking everything now. They're desperate, aren't they? They have 2 elves, though, that tap for mana, so... Sushi, okay, locking them down. This is good, always like to see this. So they're not going to have access to those mana in their next turn. Crucius, oh my goodness. So they're going to sack the Atsushi to get treasures. That's very clever. They're essentially going off here. The Woe Strider was probably the most powerful thing they could have gotten. Can we live through this? I really don't think we can. There's just no way of us stopping this Corvold because it's going to be bigger than the Emrakul. Oh my goodness. 6 mana from the Goldspan Dragon. They're really being kind of greedy though. Like they have so many resources. They even got rid of the Elf. They got rid of the Elf before they got rid of the Blood Tithe Harvester, which I find interesting. It's pretty impressive considering they haven't spent much actual mana. Okay, I mean, how many cards are they going to draw here? It's a lot. So I guess if they get a Casualties of War or something, they win the game, right? Because they kill... Unexpected Windfall. Oh my goodness. I feel like they're kind of going infinite. Well, anything that gives them treasure gives them 2 treasures, right? So the Goldspan Dragon here is kind of making them go infinite. And the Goblin and Narcomancer is making the spells cheaper, so... I'd love it if they just thought they had lethal and didn't look at the Arboreal Grazer's reach. Jeez. But I guess all they need now is kind of 1 kill spell for the Grazer and just sack loads of other things. They don't care about the life anymore, clearly. Even the Anarchomancer? Surely not. That's 3 damage. I love how after all that, they start with an Abrade. They didn't even need to have anything to kill a 1-drop with Reach. I mean, I said this was going to be a good card. The fact they had to use 2 kill spells for this Graze is quite funny, though, I have to say. And also the fact they didn't even care about the Vorinclex so far. They lost all that mana as well. What on earth? What? Are you serious right now? How did we win that? They drew like 60,000 million cards, had all these things and couldn't do a single thing. How is their deck built? And also, here's the other weird thing. They had the Woe Strider that could have sacked more things to get more answers. Like, if they were absolutely desperate, They could have sacked the Anarchomancer to draw another card. Something else they could have done was attack in with maybe the Goldspan Dragon just to get the treasure, and then after we didn't block, because it's unlikely we'd block that, they could have sacked that to draw another card after to deal with our field. This is one of those games where I just really wish I could see their hand, and yeah, it's painful that I'll never know. Yeah, interesting. We won just because of Vorinclex, I guess. Who knows? But you can play 2 additional hands on each of your turns, so it's a super ramping, mega big creature deck, I guess. You want to get loads of lands into play as quickly as possible, and then you want to crush your foes with the biggest creatures in the game. Stuff like Emrakul, which can take over your opponent's turn, Ulamog, which takes over your opponent's consciousness, makes them feel like they don't want to play the game anymore. You got even non-creatures like Portal to Phyrexia, which just eradicates any semblance of hope they might have. Vorinclex does the same thing, just gives them feelings of, oh my goodness, why do I play Magic? Azusa is weird though, you don't necessarily want lots of cards to just ramp into more lands. You want to have lots of lands in the deck itself. So the deck sports 46 lands and a few ways to put lands into your hand. Something like Nalia's Intervention is awesome because it searches for X lands, puts them into your hand, and then you can play them later on. Bear in mind this is any lands, which means you can get yourself a Nykthos and ramp even more later on. So Nalia's Intervention is definitely a must for the deck. You've got interesting things like Awaken the Woods, which can essentially double the mana you have. As long as you evade a board wipe, you should be able to get out a lot of these big spells a lot sooner. If you've got an Ancient Bronze Dragon out, for instance, and you hit someone, you're going to be getting quite a few counters to put on top of your creatures that are already big in order to smash in order to support the creature strategy. We have a few Planeswalkers which are a bit resilient to control strategies because a lot of control players use board wipes, and board wipes means our field is constantly being diminished. But something like Ren and 7, which gives you lands into your hand, makes creatures. Nissa, pretty much the same thing, doubles your forest, gives you creatures. And Garrett, which is nice because it makes a creature in your hand cost 1 less perpetually. So be careful when you're facing control. Don't overload the board too much or you could get punished from one single board wipe. The deck list will be in the description below, so make sure to check it out, copy it, give it a go. Tell me how you feel. Maybe you can vent your anger by using my deck and beating opponents with an Azusa ramp build. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video, but yeah, until next time. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.